In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, and then he made the Battle Royale genre. The early days of Battle Royale were depressing, to say the least. Every Battle Royale game at the time was kind of a mess. H1Z1 was this. PUBG was that. The genre was kind of a disaster in every possible way it could be. There was a complete lack of any proper game design in a single one of these poor excuses for a game. People could become virtually invisible and snipe you from across the map. Chinese players cheated so much that the game was virtually unplayable.
What the fuck is that?
The map was ugly. You loot for 40 minutes only to die in like 3 seconds. This genre sucked dick. And still, it exploded. Shroud, PewDiePie, lots of Indian children for some reason. Everyone flocked to it. Why? The glory of winning a game of PUBG was like becoming Jesus himself and ascending to the heavens. One man out of 100 emerging victorious with only his skill and his wit. But of course, the problem still stood. The Battle Royale genre was dominated by indie devs who didn't exactly know what they were doing.
No more!
Bad design.
No more!
Skins.
No more!
$50 skins.
And then bam! Fortnite emerges. What once was going to be a shitty zombie survival game where bored teenagers scammed children.
Tell me when to open the arch, bro.
Yeah.
Tell me when to open it.
Open it right now.
Alright, I'll open the arch. Scary gets in, Scary gets in. Hey, let's go, hey!
It was given a prototype Battle Royale mode, and immediately it absolutely blew up. Vibrant colors, build your own cover, simple but diverse loot pool, stunning, varied map, and an all-new battle pass to keep people coming back. Fortnite truly innovated on the Battle Royale genre, and because of that, it was obviously fun. Not only this, but every week there was an update.
Holy crap, I'm in Fortnite! Oh my gosh, this is so freaking epic!
That's right, updates weekly. Not even tiny updates, full-on balance changes. New weapons, new skins. This game rode the hype train 24/7 without ever stopping. Always speculating what the next gun was going to be, how they were going to nerf the pump again, how they were going to improve the map. It was really just, it was joyous. But no other event showed this hype more than the season-ending events.
The world will never be the same.
Fortnite operated on a season cycle. Every few months we got map changes, balance changes, a new battle pass. However, towards the second half of Season 3, you could notice a meteor closing in on the Fortnite map.
Alright, big facts. That's for us, boys. That's the Virgin Comet.
Every moment getting closer and closer to inevitably obliterating the world. This transition between the end of Season 3 and the beginning of Season 4 was truly the golden age of Fortnite. Not only was the game the most balanced, it was also the most exciting. The game was simple, but full of opportunity for wacky ideas.
You silly goose. You're so silly.
We got miniguns, boogie bombs, launch pads, C4. A personal favorite of mine was the guided missile. This shit was the embodiment of cancer. You could literally just transport a teammate across the universe to blow up a guy hiding across the map.
Looks good.
We got vending machines, clingy grenades, portaforts, freaking jetpacks. With each new item, we got a short trailer showcasing its use.
You guys know Fortnite and you guys know Among Us. What happens when you mix the two? You get
Endless fun, endless hype. Not only did we get weapons, we also got LTMs, or limited time modes. Solid Gold was a game mode that turned every weapon legendary. We got teams of 20, 50v50, Playground, Fortnitemares, Sniper Shootout. Each of these would cycle every once in a while. But then, before I could even finish rambling about Fortnite's golden age, the previously mentioned meteor hit. Myself and millions of other people woke up at like 5 AM to hop on and watch the most exciting cutscene I have ever seen in my entire life. And Dusty Depot was blown out of the ground, leaving a massive crater in its wake. In a truly exciting cutscene, we watched everything change. New skins, new characters, new items, new mechanics, new lore. The hype didn't even die here. Throughout the following seasons, we would see these things repeated, only getting more and more ridiculous as we went. The crazy rocket concluding Season 4. In Season 5, we got arguably the coolest development, a cube that would roam the map, zapping and bouncing players, before eventually melting into Loot Lake, making it temporarily bouncy. In Season 6, the cube re-emerged, transporting players into a realm beyond what we had seen. Creating an oasis where Loot Lake once stood. Then when we hit Season 7, this is where Fortnite's slow downfall began, at least in my eyes.
Me falling down the stairs.
Fortnite's constant update cycle is what kept players coming back, but because this isn't a very common practice in the gaming industry, it was somewhat of an unexplored territory, and because of that, Epic suffered the consequences, and they were forced to make quick, lazy decisions and implement some boring guns. I'll get to that later. And ultimately spent less time making the game or the events fun in favor of, ooh, shiny new thing. While it may seem like a baseless argument, there is some merit to it. Earlier seasons gave rise to new items, shockwaves, impulses, bouncers, chug-jug, shopping carts. Whereas newer seasons, we got things like double-barrel shotgun and the infantry rifle.
Hey, dog, get some
Bad weapons. Just one.
Both of these guns were broken at launch for their own reasons and would eventually be removed, but why were they added in the first place? Well, upon further analysis, it's pretty obvious. They wanted to make the game more competitive. Instead of simply letting the competitive community get used to the fun items, they broke the game's balance just to get rid of them, opting for more boring, competitively viable guns. Some items like the guided missile deserve to be removed. Like, it's a remote-controlled missile, how are you meant to balance that? But items like boogie bombs, clingers, and impulses being removed just further prove that the devs didn't want us to have fun. They wanted us to fight. Let's look at Apex, where Fortnite's loot pool became oversaturated with guns that felt weak, strong, or boring. Apex could keep its smaller loot pool of simple guns while still making each of them feel diverse. Why? Because they were only added every few months. If a gun was too strong, they added it to the care package. If it was too weak, they buffed it. With less updates, Apex has managed to stay consistent with its balance, buffing the bad and nerfing the good. These days, even the most terrible characters at launch are completely viable.
The most focused competitors. So make sure you know who you're shooting at all times.
Whereas in Fortnite, something that was weak would have been removed before receiving its time to shine.
I'm filming this the next day because when I threw
Weapon. Vault.
the entire
game
broke.
During the last half of Season 7, Apex Legends released, and to critical acclaim. So what did Fortnite do? Copy every single idea. Reboot cards, copy. Dome shield, copy. Hot drops, vaults, pinging, loot drones. Fortnite killed Apex and then looted it as much as it possibly could. How do I know this? Well, they haven't stopped doing it.
In walks our thief.
Fortnite.
And just when it looks like she'll make off with the loot.
Excuse me. Ma'am! 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 No! Ma'am! That lady's stealing the
Idea.
This father-daughter pair morph into crime fighters. They corner
Fortnite.
in the lobby.
That's not your
Idea.
Chapter 2 Season 2 was made exclusively to steal hype from Warzone. Cash systems, mines, bounties, so much more.
Why you acting like imposter?
Why you acting like a monster?
Around Season 7, there was a noticeable shift in how events were played out, and not a good shift. The devs seemed to be at a complete disconnect with what made events fun. What made Seasons 3 to 6 stand out event-wise was both the journey and the destination. During the journey, we decoded all of the clues so we could see what could happen before it happened.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory!
We then waited in anticipation, hoping that our theories were correct before the event exploded onto the scene, reshaping the game as we know it. Beyond Season 7, we see the focus shifting only to the destination. The journey was just more or less, oh hey, the texture on this ice changed. Okay. Most of the event countdowns from here were literally just some sort of timer or something meant to represent a timer. So once the event finally came, while it was cool, the impact just wasn't really there. This made the ending to Season 9 kind of bittersweet. While it was the coolest event hands down, it was just missing that nostalgic anticipation we all wanted. Like, the entire world exploded at the end, and the trailer we got was this. But the biggest gripe I had with Season 9 wasn't the season itself, but rather the fact it led to Season 10. What a goddamn mess! The previous seasons had just made the map downright ugly and unfun to play. Instead of improving this, Season 10 just ignored it and flashbanged us with nostalgia, hoping we would forget about it. But the consequences were very clear. The map was not fun, and what made this worse was... these big machines were just win buttons. They just let you win. Tell me who would win in a fight. A rocket booster powered missile firing mech suit with 1000 health, or a skilled player. Without a mech, you would lose games. Every match ended with the mech player victorious, no matter how the match played out. And throughout Season 10, they never removed them except maybe to balance them a few times. But little did I know, the worst was yet to come. Chapter 10 ended with this big nostalgia trip, which if I actually made it to the event, I probably would have cried. But I didn't make it to the event because this shit happened.
Whoa. Wait.
What in the world?
Wait, we're missing the event!
Yeah, we are. What is this? Wait, is this supposed to happen?
After the event, Epic pulled the interesting move of shutting the game down for a few days, as if Fortnite really ended. It made a lot of kids mad, but little did we know, this wasn't just the end of the main story, but the end of the fun Fortnite we all loved. If we pretended it didn't end 3 seasons ago. As I said earlier, Fortnite was taking a step to make the game more competitive. They wanted the game not to be fun, but rather a test of skill. Seem familiar? What made Fortnite special was its fun factor. You logged on to win games, and when you got bored of that, you went to play with the new mechanics to kill people in the most embarrassing ways possible. Its shift to a more competitive environment promoted one playstyle. One that became boring very fast. People think that Fortnite's community got too competitive and that's why it died. But the truth is, Epic Games fueled this fire themselves, throughout Season 7 and all the way to our current day. And after that entire fire, we are left with the rubble. The aftermath. The amalgamation of every bad design choice made in the past 3 seasons. Chapter 2 is where Fortnite goes from a decline to a steep, cliff-like fall from its glory. All the fun items? Gone. All the regular items? Gone. Fun map? Gone. Return to monkey. The game was stripped to its roots for an entire season. And turns out, Fortnite's roots aren't very fun. They added boats and they added fishing, but neither of those changes could really make up for the fact that the game was now simply shoot gun, build wall. There were no wild cards in battle, it was a pure test of skill. We got some neat stuff for Season 2, but fights still played out the same. Build shoot, build shoot, build shoot. A monotonous, boring, frustrating gameplay loop. There's not much I can even say beyond this. They stripped the game down to a template for what a battle royale should be. It isn't special, it isn't fun, it is a shell of its former glory. The Fortnite we loved is gone for good. This game is a cash cow, with a boring gameplay loop meant to keep kids striving to get better. It's over. Thank you for watching, be sure to like and subscribe, because I like money.
Skills just sucking. Ride in on a baller. Drive to Tilted Towers. She stole all of my shotties. You can go and ask her.